I'm Dr. Ben Newman. I study coronaviruses for a living. I have done for a long time. And so I read a lot of papers, and I'm here to bring you answers to your questions from what I've read in scientific journals. Yeah, so let's go. Let's answer a question. All right, next question is from Allie. Good morning, Allie. Howdy, Dr. Newman. Oh my gosh, howdy. Yeah, all right. I feel like we're in Texas or somewhere in the vicinity. Yeah, fine. Yeah, let's see. My school just announced they will be implementing a random testing program to test students for coronavirus this semester. Okay, that's something. It's not everything, but it's something, and I like something better than nothing. How's that? Yeah. How likely is this to minimize cases on campus? You can minimize cases to the point where there are no cases on campus. So it's not going to get there, but it'll be better than not testing. How's that? Or versus us going on another quarantine or doing online classes. Yeah, that's pretty much the way. That's the zero case or zero additional case way. I guess it's not zero case because everybody, even if you're in online class, you've got to go to the grocery store. You've got to do certain things. You've got to fill up the car with gas. If you have a car, yeah. Unless you're in a nice big city with public transportation. Then you can just, well, yeah, I say relax, but no, then you're on the bus/train with all those other people, and yeah, there's some risk in that. There's some degree of risk for everybody, but at least you are not adding another giant source of risk. If you're online, I would say. Let's see. So randomized testing. Okay, I know we do this for drugs a lot. And yeah, okay, but it's a start. But what you really need, so if the idea was that we have to be back in person, this is the only way to do it, then I think you would want something like an actual test of every single person. You probably want those twice a week, and maybe even with that, plus mask wearing, you would still have the odd case here and there, but that would cut it down a lot. Now, the stuff I'm talking about costs horrendous sized boatloads of money. Like, we're going to need a bigger boatloads of money. And I don't know, schools are generally not known for the stack of money, out back. They're like, oh yeah, sure, yeah. Throw another money bale on the conveyor belt. We'll spend it on tests. So this is something I don't know if this is the most your school can do, but this is more than a lot of schools are doing, and it's something. And yeah, that's about all I can say. It's something, and it's trying, but there are going to be cases and quite possibly deaths. Yeah, because that's what happens when you get people together at this particular time in history. Yeah, which is really unfortunate because humans like being together. We like each other. On something, we don't like every human, but in general, yeah, we kind of clump together. Yeah. Except weirdly, when you're out walking, sometimes then if you see another person, you'll just kind of like stay away or go in other directions. Yeah. But most of the time, yeah, people tend to be all in the same place. Yeah, within reason, but in a way that leads to coronavirus spread. So there we go. That's, yeah, that. I'm sorry I can't cite a paper on this. There are going to be lots of papers coming out of this school year on all the ways that people are getting infected and the effects of different kinds of mitigation strategies. Right now, there are papers that can try to model these things, but of course, all modeling is inherently wrong. The question is, did you learn something from it? Which is usually, the answer is, yeah, we learned something from it. So it's not useless at all. It's just not ever going to be an exact picture of the future because nobody can do that. Yeah, not even horoscopes, not even scientists, not even anybody. But until those are done, we're in the experiment phase of the scientific method right now. We've already had the hypothesis, many hypotheses, that whatever, it's no big deal, or you can go back with randomized testing, or you need to go back with tons of testing, or you can go back, but it's got to be online and just keep everybody apart. And we're doing the experiments in different places for all of these hypotheses right now. And so, yeah, as a scientist, just because we kind of all have to be these days, yeah, we just got to wait and see the results that come in. Yeah, I got predictions, but at this stage, I don't know that my predictions are better than any other random person's predictions. And so, yeah, I can't say for sure, and so it's better not to guess. But my wild guess is that no, it's going to be somewhere in between. This seems like halfway between the most strict measures that I've heard and the least strict measures. Maybe not halfway. Maybe more on the side of trying to keep people safe. But of course, if it's like one randomized test for every 10,000 people, and it's once a month, then that would just be window dressing, and it wouldn't do a darn thing. Yeah. So, yeah, there we go. I would say stay safe. Assume that everybody, I mean everybody, every teacher, every student, everybody is infected, and take the appropriate precautions, because whatever happens at school or wherever, I don't want you to be one of the ones that ends up paying the price for somebody else's experiment. Yeah, so keep yourself safe as best you can. I think that's the only power that people that believe in the science, who even believes or disbelieves in science, that's crazy. Yeah. Everybody believes in science on a fundamental level. It's just they pick this one area to be all edgy and say they don't believe it. Anyway, yeah, that's the best answer I can give you. Is stay safe and don't assume that this testing is going to do anything. If it does, consider it a bonus. Yeah, that is not something that you can rely on to keep you safe. You're going to need to be on your toes the entire time. And I know that gets real tiring. Yeah. People who do ballet can tell you being on your toes all the time, very tiring, very stressful. Yeah, I think, as a person who's never done that. Thank you very much. This has been a very rambling, I'm so sorry, Ask Dr. Ben.